So we decided to use the other side of the aluminium tank that we use for the plunge pool for our hot fire bath outdoors. So that meant that the one that we were saving for that originally has no purpose anymore. So we moved it into the chicken coop to make it into another warm bath, warm farm bath. And the bath! It's in its final place.
You go now? Up there?
Alright, let's go.
So I just went to lift up this bath, and then as I did so, I discovered this. Look down there.
What? Mi amor! What the fuck? Those are all our eggs missing.
Yeah. I wonder how long they've been there.
They look yuck.
Yeah, well. Yes.
We've discovered a nest. There's been that. I bet that's from the runaway chicken that we've had.
Yes.
We've had a runaway chicken for the last month or so.
Even longer, I'd say.
It's been coming and secretly laying its eggs in the secret place. Very well kept.
Yeah. In the long grass. It's all scratched. So we found 22 eggs under the bath, and now we're gonna do that kind of potentially messy, no, I can't give it to you, might explode. I remember walking on a farm when I was a teenager, and my friend, we found a nest of duck eggs, and my friend picked up one of the eggs, and I remember him tapping it very gently on a wooden pole, or a fence post, and it exploded everywhere, all over him. And I was probably 5 or 10 meters away from him, and I could just smell instantly the most disgusting rotten egg smell, and it was all over him. It was quite funny. So, but there's always a risk of that with finding old nests. You don't know how old it's going to be. You know, I can shake this egg and I don't hear anything, and that's a pretty good sign, because usually when they're really rotten, all of the yolk and the white turns to liquid and you can hear it sloshing around in there. So that's kind of the first test. And some people say you can float them in water to see if they're rotten, but I've done that before, and I've noticed that all of the eggs that I got sunk to the bottom and half of them were rotten, so that doesn't work. So the only way I've found that actually works is to crack them open.
Oh no.
So maybe we should get some safety goggles. Well, it's not going to explode. That's good. Yeah. I think it doesn't smell rotten, but it's definitely old. You can see because the yolk and the white are kind of mixed up a bit and a little bit cloudy, and the inside of the shell is kind of discolored a little bit, so I don't think we're going to eat those.
None of them?
Well, I think for an egg to get to this stage, it probably needs to be about 2 months old, which if this was the youngest one of them all,
It'll still be old.
it'd still be old. Yeah.
Okay, well that's a shame.
Ugh. Doesn't smell though.
Ugh.
Yeah.
No! She took half a bunch. It's been they're not ready.
They popped up the bananas.
Oh, nice work. Did you just catch it in your hand? Wow.
It's a bit, it's split. It's going yuck, but I think it's probably still good, most of it. Anyway, there's not a lot on.
Gonna give that one a bite? Yeah.
First fruit of the season. A red plum.
Isn't raspberry the first fruit?
Second fruit of the season.
You approve?
Yeah, it's sweet.
I think I'm actually gonna eat
It's yummy. It's plummy.
Mmm. Not too sweet, Hazel?
No.
Oh.
Really nice. I think that when they go the purple, they are probably too sweet.
I like it.
Wow.
That one's a bit eaten. It's a shiitake mushroom that we...
You inoculated like
I
4
inoculated.
years ago or something.
in 4 years. Yeah, it was a while. But they've been fruiting every year, but this has probably been the biggest flush that I've seen. I want to do more.
Wobble, 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 wobble.
Smells like forest.
Always a good smell.
Okay.
First to husbands for Hazel.
Something I love is art, and also something I love is doing things for the house. So I had this idea of making signs out of the wood that we have stored, and put some recycled materials and some of my creative energy into creating something that looks beautiful and that also is useful for us. And some of those things are signs that explain to the council that we don't want any spray sprayed on our property. And some other signs that we made are slow down, children playing, to put at the front of the property so people coming down the driveway can be aware of our children running around. And yeah, and then some signs for the garden beds. Summer is here and our property is full of life. There is flowers growing everywhere, there is broody chickens, there is all sorts of things. Everything is bursting in life and growing very fast. And one of the things that are growing very fast are our flowers. So use this time to harvest all of the flowers I can think I can make tea of and dehydrating them. By dehydrating the flowers, then I am sure that I will have teas available for longer periods of time past the summer, and also it incentivizes the plants to keep growing more flowers. So there is definitely not an issue to harvest as many flowers as I can and I see in front of me. Sometimes I use the dehydrator, and some other times I use air drying outside on our homemade hanging dehydrator. So this summer we not just got new chickens, but also just got a new ram added to the sheep family, and we for that needed to up our game a bit and separated the paddocks into two so we can rotate them and make sure that they have enough food for the 4 of them.
Is that what you've got there?
That looks good. We're building a new sheep fence because at the moment we have 4 sheep and they're able to access all of our land, and that means that it's not very good for their health. So because they pretty much poo on all of the grass, and then they can get quite high parasite loads, and so if you cut up the land into smaller sections and rotate them between those, then the grass gets a chance to regrow, and yeah, it's better for the soil, and it also breaks that cycle of parasites that the sheep get.
Cool.
Yeah. So we're just sectioning off these trees here, which are kind of in a convenient place, and rather than putting in a whole bunch of fence posts, we can just attach some of these aluminium, I don't know what you call these, extruded things that I was given. And then, yeah, that can be our fence.
Cool. Great. Let's do it.
Let's do it. How high do you reckon?
I can see us going really badly. Oh. Oh, yes.
Hello.
Well, can they get from tree?
Okay, and one of my favorite parts of the summer so far is that we have new chicks, and if you want to see more of the journey, there's this other video that we made detailing all of what we went through to get these 5 chicks alive.
You're taking them inside.
Until it's filled. Yes. Just to show off your arms.